It's week 4 of the 2024 season.
And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Patriots and the Niners.
And it's all up next.
Well, they don't call them the faithful for nothing, Brock. Fans numbering 70,000 strong have made the trek to Santa Clara, and they're ready to cheer on their 49ers here at Levi's Stadium. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Huard. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as a default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
This return starts at the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. So here come the 49ers for their opening drive. They're brought out by someone who got his first taste of starting last season. Now in his 8th year, Joshua Dobbs.
A win is a win for him, whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, or maybe he just finds the end zone once like last week. And being the team-first guy he is, he'd be more than happy to end the game with just 1 touchdown pass, or maybe even no touchdown passes, so long as they get the win in the end.
Let's go. Go.
On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. A look at his numbers on the ground from last week here. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Ready.
Here's Dobbs now. On target to his back, here's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Let's go now.
Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. Well, these guys have gotten off to a hot start, Brock, in spite of these injuries that have occurred along the way.
You know what, Kate? If you and I traveled to every training camp, I think we'd hear the same thing. Next man up, next man up. These teams know it. The players know it. You hear the talk, but then you got to walk it, and this team is. I know it's early, but this is looking like a group who could be built for a playoff run as long as this list doesn't grow too much longer.
And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. Now, hang on. Looks like somebody came out after that play a little shaken up. Not sure we saw exactly what happened, but he'll get some assistance now.
Ready.
And the Patriots in the nickel for this 3rd down call.
Ready.
On 3rd and short, McCaffrey. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, well, sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Here's the snap on 4th. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. They come through with 6 yards there, Brock, and they're rewarded with a new set of downs.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
To the air, Dobbs. That's brought in by Jennings. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Off the option, here's McCaffrey. And they take him down right along the 30. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a 49er 1st down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Offense sure is marching to begin this game. Here's a 1st down from the 30. Looking to throw. Dobbs. Pass caught. 9-yard line. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers finish up an excellent opening series. George Kittle, the touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
That one splits the uprights. And the 49ers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. So now it's the Patriots' turn to head out for the first time on offense. Leading them out, the 3rd overall pick in this year's draft. After a decorated career at UNC, it's Drake May.
A bit of an uneventful outing individually last week, Kate. A touchdown and a pick for him, but the lasting memory, there's no question about it. Walking off that field with the loss, that stings. No doubt he feels he could have done more to prevent that result. So expect to see a motivated individual taking snaps here this week. Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Operating from the gun, here's May. It's complete to Hunter Henry. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Throwing is May. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that game. Diamador Lenore, they're on the stop.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes, you can get to win-win.
That's caught for the 1st. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Patriots will have a 1st down. They'll run for the first time here with Antonio Gibson. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Offense already looking like they're in mid-game form. They've got it down to the 32. Now a shotgun handoff to Stevenson. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Tackle made by Jair Brown. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Stevenson with another carry. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. All right, all set up now, 1st and 10. Now movement as somebody goes early. And for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials.
Ball start, offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Going play action, May. The pass is incomplete, but hold on here. We've got a flag on the field. Here's the call.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Looks like they're going to happily turn this one down and let the play stand. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. From the gun, it's May. He'll get this to Henry. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
All right, time to get this second quarter going. The Patriots set up inside the red zone. Motioning him from the slot right. A give up the middle to Stevenson. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
On second down, it's Stevenson. And he's short of the first after a mile gain. Call it 4 yards, and they're set up with a manageable 3rd and 2. May. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. They send out Greg Zuerlein for the field goal. The 27-yard look here. Bass's kick is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Return coming from the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The 49ers and Joshua Dobbs headed back on offense. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. Oh, putting him in the spin cycle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hand. What am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
He'll get this complete to Jennings. And that's good for a gain of 5. Jelani Tavai ranging in for the stop. This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down.
Let's go now.
Dobbs. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Patriots will take over as he records his first interception of our season. He was trying to fit it into a window in the zone coverage, but by the time he let it go, boy, Brock, that lane had closed, and someone was there to make a play on it.
Now, what you're trying to do in zone coverage defensively is make that quarterback see a window that isn't actually there. And as soon as he takes the bait and sends it over the middle, well, you got 1, 2, 3 defenders all there in range to go pick it off.
Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. May now from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he goes out a little short of the 40. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. To throw, here's May. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic. but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
First down throw for May. It's taken in by Kendrick Bourne. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal. To the air yet again, May. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the hits just keep coming for them on this play, it seems. Elsewhere on the field, they've got a player hurt and in need of some attention. Driven backward to the 11 as they line up for second and goal. Trying again, following the sack. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. They've held him out twice, here we go, third and goal. Now they'll throw out of the gun. The throw is caught. And he'll go down shy of the end zone, they mark him at the 4.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow. Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Has this at the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He's running with it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Back to throw, Dobbs. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down.
He's got it deep downfield. And forget the field goal, Brock. They reach the end zone to end this first half on a high note. So late in the half, Brock, why not take a shot downfield? And their prayers are answered as they come up with that late touchdown.
You know, this is just a case of who wants it more. If you're in that secondary, all you're thinking is knock the ball down.
Yeah.
Even if you make some contact, right? They rarely call pass interference on plays like that. But somehow, some way, the ball winds up as a touchdown.
And the kick is good, so they add 7 to their lead on the final play of our first half. So we're halfway through this contest from Santa Clara, California. The hometown 49ers out in front, as we send things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll start by heading out west, State Farm Stadium in Glendale. And it's the visitors who are out in front in the second quarter. De'Ami Brown, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll take the trip east to Wisconsin to check on the Packers at home at Lambeau. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Josh Jacobs, well over 100 yards on the ground with a pair of touchdown runs. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City, see what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting L.A. Rams. Caleb Williams leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. The 49ers got a good performance in the first half by the veteran Joshua Dobbs. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission. These 2 teams heading out of the tunnel. We're ready to get back to it. for the call of the second half, here is the great Kate T. Scott. Kate? These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half ahead. It's time to get back at it. For the call, let's rejoin Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. To return this, Marcus Jones. He stopped on the return at the 27. The New England offense with the football. They get it first here in the second half. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. Starting on the ground here with Stevenson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Let's go now. Go.
May on 1st and 10. Complete. It's Bourne. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Trying the left side with Stevenson. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
Not trying to do too much there. Short yardage situation. Just make sure you get to the marker and reset those chains.
On 1st down, it's Gibson. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet. But if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one. Softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Escapes a defender. And he'll go down here at the 16. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
This offense will take that from their ground game every time. But I know, because I've been around this league a long time, runs like that, they're really hard to come by. It takes everybody. And maybe a little breakdown there on defense, too, to take advantage of. 1st down, and they go right back to him. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. Now, after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They go again with Stevenson. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4. Here's made in the air. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. For the 3rd time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Bass's kick is good. And that gets them back within 5. Like the best kickers in this league, he's just keeping on with his job. That's a 3rd now. He's knocked through the uprights. 3 at a time's not going to get it done in this game, though. Eventually, they got to start running them out for some PATs. Return coming from the 6. This return makes it up to the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. Throwing his Dobbs. On the move, headed right. He's going to keep it this time. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They strike for 23 yards. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. On 1st and 10, it's McCaffrey. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road for what looked like a very plain play.
It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Let's go.
They kick the running back in motion. Here he is on 3rd and long. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. Impressive play, but they are well shy of the 1st down.
You get to that money down, that 3rd down, you look to your money players, and this tight end is capable of it. Let's give some credit to the defense right there. Did an amazing job, not only sticking to him, but bringing him down before he can move the chains.
Forced out to his right. He's running for it. And he slides down with enough to pick up that 1st. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the huge conversion gets them a new set of downs. Looking to throw, Dobbs. Catch is made down the right sideline. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
And he's able to fight this down to the 2. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Going run again with McCaffrey. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again. 3rd down, 1 yard to go.
Here we go, Shaq.
Now it's Dobbs. Escapes the pocket. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The 49ers push their lead further to start the half. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end brought the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
On the return, here's Jones. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Patriots and Ramondre Stevenson getting the football back now. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
He lofts it deep left. Forces one through double coverage. Oh, it's intercepted. That's Deshaun Gibson. And the 49ers get it back on the final play of the quarter. A nice takeaway to end that 3rd quarter. And they're going to have a new possession waiting to start the 4th. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. They're out and set. 1st and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield.
Go.
Here's Dobbs now. And wow, nearly a pick on that check down. A bit lucky that he couldn't hang on to it, and it fell incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Running back sent in motion. Buys time, rolling right. He's keeping it. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. That played good enough for a 1st. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a 49er 1st down. Here's Dobbs. Gets it to him on the screen. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
On second down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Now a timeout for an injured player. That's Christian McCaffrey being attended to. Hopefully with his history, this is something minor. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Let's go.
To the air, Dobbs. Chased out to his right. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up second down. He's downed after getting this up to the 41. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6. Throwing on 3rd and long. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Lone back gets the handoff. And he gets it down to the 13-yard line. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. They give it to him again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. 3rd and a lone yard coming up.
A 2-yard pickup.
Here we go. Set.
3rd and 1.
He's going to throw this one. He's on the move. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
Back now, pressure on its way. On the move. And they take this in for the score. The 49ers make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith. Right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
That one right down the middle. And the 49ers go up by 19. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Here's New England ready once again on offense. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. To the air on first down, May. He's got the hook up to Bourne. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. 2nd and 4. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. That's Diamador Lenore. And the 49ers will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back. He looked like a receiver navigated on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. We'll make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
The 49ers headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Doms. Catch is made in close. He has the San Francisco touchdown. Well, as they drive forward to one right now, looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
On is Moody for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the 49ers continue piling onto this lead. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Gibson. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Patriots and quarterback Drake May ready to go once more on offense. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning.
Here we go.
First down throw for May. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Back to the air, it's May. Hits him on the out route. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. To the air yet again, May. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. Then brings up 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's May. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up. Trying to throw for it with May. Finds a man right side. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. From the gun, it's May. Forced out to his right. That one's complete, right side. 35 on the pickup. And that's a New England 1st down. Working inside the red zone. This throw is caught. And he drives this forward to the 6.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like...
And look at the footwork there. Touchdown. The Patriots making the scoreboard look a touch better. Demario Douglas with the touchdown. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate. And I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
That one splits the uprights. And the Patriots get it back to a 19-point deficit. The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now the 49ers getting set to go on offense. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they're just not...
That's complete inside the 35-yard line. And he's going to score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers keep adding to that fourth-quarter lead. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
That one right down the middle. And the 49ers grow their lead yet again. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Gibson. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. May looking to throw. Henry on the catch. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. So the 49ers earn the win in this one. And their start to the season not cooling off by any means as they move to 4-0 on the year. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It's a win for the 49ers, as we'll see you next time from Santa Clara.